For some reason, Pokemon and Digimon are considered rival franchises, but as a kid I loved them both. Even as a kid I could clearly tell the difference between the design of Pokemon and Digimon. Like with Pokemon, it usually follows a pretty linear growth, and with Digimon it can get pretty sporadic. So my question today is, what if we threw Pokemon's safe design philosophy out the window and made Pokemon Digivolve? Hello, I'm Johnny Draws and I draw a lot of fake Pokemon. So did you know that Digimon actually started off as a spin-off to Tamagotchi? But to market it towards boys, they made your pixel monsters grow and battle each other. And that explains why they start in these eggs and baby forms. And when they reach a certain child level, their forms usually define the theme for the rest of the transformations. So let's see some examples. Agumon becomes Greymon. This is pretty linear and very possible in Pokemon as well. Like, there's no difference in this and a Cranidos becoming a Rampardos. This is one of the tamer evolution lines. Prime examples of some classic Digimon tomfoolery, we have Garurumon turning into War Garurumon. It just stood up and decided to wear pants. And the infamous Gatomon evolving into Angiwomon. This is like if Eevee evolved into Margot Robbie. I mean...
Write that down, write that down!
But I think we can establish some pattern of design. When a Digimon moves on to the next stage, they either gain size, technology, become more humanoid, or become more spiritual. For technology, it could be armor, weapons, or become more robotic. And in terms of more humanoid, they become bipedal, they can get chest muscles, biceps, or actually just become completely human. And lastly, they can become more spiritual, as they develop angel or demon-like designs. Maybe adopt Eastern religious design, or might even go more medieval like holy knights. So I think now we have enough inspiration to turn our lovely Pokemon into Digimon Chads. Let's get digitized. You, the protagonist, begin your Pokemon journey with the same hopes and dreams as every other kid your age, to be the Pokemon champion. Yet, it seems like you don't have the knack for it. You can't catch any Pokemon, you keep losing your battles, and the journey just doesn't come naturally for you. It weighs on your confidence when you see other kids leaping past you on their next steps. Even your starter Pokemon decides it's had enough with you. You're still stuck in Pallet Town, and you think to yourself, maybe this is hopeless. Maybe I can't be the Pokemon champion. Maybe I should give up. All of a sudden, your Rotom phone begins to brilliantly shine, and from it, a Bagon appears. You exclaim, "Why is a Bagon in my room?" And it responds that its name is Bagumon. It talks, and it wants to be your friend. You ask it further questions, but it's just as clueless as you are. But it is ready to go on an adventure with you. With Bagumon, you get your confidence back and you embark outside of Pallet Town. After many small battles, you approach Peter City Gym. You're unsure of yourself, but Bagumon says you're ready. You face off against Brock, the first gym leader. His Onix is so imposing. It overpowers your Bagumon. Bagumon's scratches aren't doing enough damage. Things are looking bad. On the brink of defeat, you question yourself. You should have never left home. Who did you think you were? You can never do this. But cutting through all your intrusive thoughts is Bagumon's voice, telling you to believe. Bagumon is right. We've come this far and we can do this. And that's when Bagumon begins to transform. No, it begins to digivolve. This is Salamence. So I thought to myself, what if Salamence digivolved? And I thought it definitely had to have some humanoid body, maybe with a tech arm, and some straps and belts like the 80s X-Men comics. It needs to be ripped, and be able to fire bullets or missiles. And the funny part of bringing Digimon designs to Pokemon is like, what type would it be? Gun type? What's Onix going to do when Salamence sprays these bullets?
Ah! You want more?
Okay, I guess it could be a Dragon Steel type, because it uses bullets and bullets are metal. And its ability can be Mold Breaker because there's no other Pokemon in existence like Salamence. This is Salamence. After turning Onyx into Swiss cheese, Brock gives you your first gym badge. With that momentum, you and Bagumon continue to run through gym after gym, defeating your opponents with ease. In Saffron City, you encounter Team Rocket. They have taken over Silph Co headquarters, and you and Bagumon decide to stop them and infiltrate the building. Strangely, the building is filled with weird Pokemon that you have never seen before. On the way to the top, you bump into another trainer and her Salazzle. Her name is Riley, and she's also fighting Team Rocket and the weird Pokemons. Strangely, her Salazzle can also talk. It says its name is Cerulean. You ask Riley if she wants to team up. She rejects your offer. She says she's always stronger alone and tells you not to get in her way. You follow her to the top of the building and confront the Team Rocket boss, Giovanni. Behind him is a large, shaky monitor. Riley tells you she'll be the one to save the day. In her hands, she has a unique looking egg that covers Cerulean in a bright light. It digivolves. Alright, okay, for the spirit of Digimon, I had to do it one time. This is Devimon, the digital waifu. Alright, here you go, you nerds.
Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god.
If Salazzle digivolved, I knew I had to reference fan-favorite Digimon designs. Also, I wanted to use the Egg of Friendship design, you know, the dark colors and the lightning horns. And finally, Salazzle's original design makes this dress outline that I felt I could push further into maybe a performer or celebrity type of design. Devimon can be part electric type because of the power of the Digi-Egg, and its ability can be digital recode, where Devimon can ignore type immunities of its targets, thereby hitting Giovanni's ground types with their Thunder Strikes. This is Devimon. Riley and Devimon are able to defeat Giovanni with ease. However, their victory is short-lived. From the computer behind Giovanni, a dark entity appears. It calls itself Devimon. Giovanni was trying to access the supercomputer within the Silph Co headquarters to gather enough data to summon Devimon into the Pokemon world. It says it has come from the digital world to spread darkness in this reality. Devimon blows away Riley and Devimon with a single strike. Giovanni tells Devimon that he knows the location of the strongest Pokemon, and if Devimon absorbs it, it can become even more powerful. With that said, they disappear into the darkness. As soon as they leave, Lance, the current champion, and his Dragon Knight enters the room. He apologizes for being late, and he said he came as soon as he heard there was trouble. After he explained the situation, he says he knows where they're heading. It is rumored that Mewtwo, a powerful legendary Pokemon, is in Cerulean Caves. Lance says that he will gather all the gym leaders and will meet us there. Bagumon urges you to head over to fight Devimon, but you're hesitant. You just saw Riley and Devimon be defeated in a single blow. You're not strong enough to fight this. You ask Bagumon to take you home. You hear Riley laugh at you and calls you a scaredy cat. She's badly injured, but she says that all her life, she's had to fight bigger and tougher opponents. This case is no different. She wants to fight Devimon. However, her legs give out and she collapses to the ground. Riley says that she's never had to ask anyone for help. Ever since she was young, she was able to survive all on her own. But this time, just this time, can you help her go to the caves and save the world? You tell her you know what it feels like to be alone, and you feel powerless against your circumstances. But when Bagumon entered into your life and became your friend, everything changed. And now, you offer that friendship to her. You and Salamence fly with Riley to the caves. Lance and the gym leaders are already battling against Devimon. They are no match and are easily defeated. In the meantime, Giovanni has made contact with Mewtwo. He inserts a black gear in himself and in Mewtwo, and then dark energy surrounds them both. They become absorbed into Devimon, and Devimon Digivolves. This is Chaos God Emperormon. I tried keeping small references to Mewtwo and Giovanni, but in a very Digimon fashion, the end result looks nothing like them. Also, I couldn't resist adding some big weapons to this. Like, come on, it's Digimon. Its typing can be Dark and Psychic, and its ability can be Manipulator, where a Pokemon attacked by Chaos God Emperormon will become confused. This is Chaos God Emperormon. All hope seems lost. Chaos God Emperormon begins to turn people and Pokemon into data and begins to absorb them. Bagumon and Cerulean digivolve into Salamence and Devimon, but they're easily knocked away. Salamence is struggling. You have to do something. You turn to Riley and ask her to work together. Your friendship bond awakens a power within your Pokemons. Salamence and Devimon begin to combine into one. They undergo DNA Digivolution. This is Messiahmon, the Holy Knight. Alright, let's be real. Omnimon is my favorite Digimon, so I had to make it a knight design. On one of its arms, it has Salamence and the technology side. On the other side, it has Salazzle that becomes a giant sword that it can use to slash. Now, what would its typing be? Maybe we give it like a special type that doesn't exist, like Divine type. And it's a type that kind of destroys the darkness. What if we give it the ability Plot Armor, which makes it invincible and gives it ultimate power? This is Messiahmon. After an epic battle, Messiahmon is able to defeat Chaos God Emperormon. All the absorbed Pokemon and people are released and return to normal. Messiahmon appears to you and Riley. It tells you that it is one of the royal knights of the digital world, and it only appears when the world is in great crisis. However, it must return and go back to the digital world, as its very presence creates a pathway for other Digimon to intrude upon this reality. It splits back into Bagumon and Cerulean. Bagumon says to you, it will never forget the journey it had with you. You tell it not to leave. You can't do this without Bagumon. But Bagumon says it believes in you, and is confident that you'll be okay. And with that, Bagumon and Cerulean turn into data and go back into the digital world through the Rotom phone. You're finally at the end of Victory Road. You're about to challenge the Elite Four. You think back to how you started all over again, but this time with real Pokemon. You've earned it this time. Suddenly you hear a familiar voice. It's Riley, your friend. She started all over again too, but she's also become strong, and it's all thanks to the friends she made along the way. She challenges you to a final battle between friends. Anyways, thanks for watching, and making this video was a ton of fun, and I'm still exploring ideas on what to do for my next video. So leave in the comments if you have any fun ideas for what new fake Pokemon I should make next. Anyways, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.